Welcome to Maratha Vidyaprasaraka Samajas, KRT Arts, PH Commerce and AM Science, KTHM College, Nasik. Myself Sampar Demse, working as Associate Professor, Department of Electronic Science. Friends, I welcome you all for BSc degree and choosing the subject Electronics. Myself teach you paper 2 Microcontrollers Learnings, chapter Microcontroller Architecture, and the topic in today's video lecture Introduction to Microcontrollers. Savitribai Phule Pune University prescribed the syllabus for Microcontrollers Learnings, paper 2 semester 3rd EL 332. Objective of this syllabus: to learn the architecture of 8-bit microcontroller, to use instruction set and addressing modes of microcontroller, to develop assembly language programming skill among students, to interface memory and input-output devices. The syllabus consists of 4 units. Unit number 1, microcontroller architecture, number of lecture required 16. Introduction to microcontrollers, 8051 core microcontroller block diagram, program counter register, data pointer register, A register, B register, flags, PSW, internal random access memory, read only memory, stack pointer, special function register, pin diagram, input output ports, clock and reset circuitry, external memory, timers and counters, serial input output and interrupts. So these are the topics we have to discuss in unit number 1. Unit number 2, instruction set. Again lecture required 16. Addressing modes, different groups of instructions, data transfer instruction, logical instruction, arithmetic instruction, jump and call instruction. Programs based on arithmetic, logic, code conversion, block data transfer. Timers and counters, using this delay generation using timer, waveform generation using timer. So these are the unit number 2's subtopic. Unit number 3, development tools and integrated development environments. Number of lecture required 4. Arithmetics, algorithms, flowcharts, program designing, editor, assembler, compiler, linker, cross compiler, simulator, debugger, emulator and kill IDE protos. So these are the topics included in unit number 3. Unit number 4, interfacing memory and input output devices. Number of lecture required 16. LED interface, relay interface, DC motor interface, stepper motor interface, 7 segment display interface, that is liquid crystal display interface, digital to analog converter interface, switches, thumb wheel switches, keys, matrix keyboard, external memory interface like random access memory, read only memory and electrical programmable read only memory. Recommended books or reference books: the 8051 microcontroller architecture, programming application, that is ILAS book is this. Second reference book, 8051 microcontroller and embedded system using assembly, that must this book is this. This book we use for our syllabus completions. The 8051 microcontroller and embedded system using assembly and C. This is the ILAS second book, microcontroller theory and application, Deshmukh Ajay's books. So these are the 4 reference books. Let us discuss microprocessor and microcontroller. So microprocessor is general purpose microprocessor. CPU of that microprocessor not having a random access memory, read only memory, input output and CPU on chip itself. So these part are different. For example, Intel 8086, Motorola 680X0. So this X indicates the series of microprocessor. AMD, Zilog, these are the companies manufacture microcontroller. So there are many chips on motherboards and how they are related with other blocks that we are going to discuss. CPU, general purpose microprocessor. CPU consists of address bus, data bus. These two buses are there. What is meant by bus? Bus means a bunch of or group of wires that carries the information in the form of zeros and one. So data bus bidirectional, address bus unidirectional. How this different peripheral device attached to microprocessor? So this is the input device, the data bus, the address bus and data bus, they are attached like this, bidirectional, unidirectional. To read the data, control signals RD required. So this is active low. So when this is activated, the input device data, when read signal activated, input signal data will be read by the microprocessor. Similarly, when we are having output device, write control signals activated, microprocessor give the address of output device and that data will be put on data bus. Microprocessor display that data using this output device. So next one block is random access memory. This is a read write memory. So read and write both signals attached to this memory. Read only memory, one times writable, many times readable. So this is a read only memory. Address bus and data bus attached. IO device, IO port. Different IO device we can connect through this port, and this input means a read signal activated, output means a write signal activated. So this is the general purpose microprocessor block diagram. All these peripherals are separate, not itself, that is on CPU. Now in microcontrollers, the small computer, on chip, random access memory, read only memory and input output device. So like this, the example Motorola, Intel, Zilog, then PIC, like the various company manufacture the microcontrollers. A single chip consists of the CPU itself having a random access memory, a read only memory, input output port, timer and serial communication ports. So all these are in single chip or single IC, and that is why this is named as the on-chip memory, on-chip microcontroller. What is the difference between microcontroller and microprocessor? Microprocessor CPU is stand alone, separate. Random access memory separate, read only memory, input output, timers are separate. Whereas in microcontroller, CPU, random access memory, read only memory, IO, timers, all are all on single chip. So this is the microcontroller. Designer can decide the amount of read only memory, random access memory, input output in microprocessor, but in microcontroller fixed amount of on chip random access memory, read only memory and IO ports. We cannot change this. Expensive, less expensive means for application in which cost, power, space are criticals. General purpose, and this one is single purpose. Microcontroller single purpose. Controller families. Motorola, these are the versions of Motorola companies microcontrollers. 68H11, 68HC12, like this. Intel 8051, 805, 805, 251, advanced version. PIC microcontrollers, advanced versions. Then AVR microcontrollers, lower version to upper version, higher versions. Now let us discuss the 8051 pin diagram. 8051 microcontroller having 40 pin IC. This is a dual inline package IC, 1 to 20 one side, 21 to 40 another side. So this IC needs a power supply 5 volt, ground is connected to 20 and 40 number is VCC. This IC consists of 4 ports, and first port is, that is port 1, 8-bit port, to pin number 1 to pin number 8, P10 to P17. This is a port 1, 8-bit port, can be work as input output port. Port 3 is also 8-bit port, can be work as input output port or multi-function port. P30 10 and P37 17. So these pins of this microcontroller 8051 used for port 3, P30 to P37. Same pins can be work as RxD, receive data serially, transmit data serially, TXD, external interrupt INT0, INT1, timer interrupt RT0 and T1, write read signals. So these are the 8 different signals, can be work as multifunctions. Next pins, that is pin number 32 to 29 for port 1. Port 0, this port 0's P00 to P07 is also multifunction port, AD0 to AD7. So this pin can be work as port 0 or AD0 to AD7 address or data bus. IO port and 8-bit data bus D0 to D7 or lower byte address A0 to A7. Now there is our last port, port 2, 8-bit. The pins are 21 to 28 reserve, 8 pin, P20 to P27. This is a port bit 2 and also multifunction A8 to A15 address bus. So this is a 8-bit higher byte address, that is A8 to A15. So this is the port 2. The remaining port pins are 18 and 19, XTAL2, XTAL1. Externally crystal is attached to these 2 pins. The attached crystal decide the speed of microcontroller 8051. So this is the external crystal attached. Then reset pin is pin number 9. When this reset pin get activated, microcontroller generate the initial address, that is A0 to A15. So this is A0 to A7, A8 to A15. So 16-bit address generated, initial address generated when reset pin is activated. External access and VPP. When the microcontroller access external memory, address the external memory, then this pin get activated. When it is disactivated, microcontroller accesses in internal memory, on-chip memory. VPP is the voltage provided for flash memory programming. Okay, so this is a VPP voltage. Another pin is ALE and program, address latch enable and program the flash memory, this get activated. ALE is address latch enable. When this pin is equal to 0, the microcontroller AD0 to AD7, these pins acts as a data bus D0 to D7. When ALE is equal to 1, then AD0 to AD7, this pin work as lower byte address A0 to A7. So this is the use of this ALE signal. Then program stored enable. When microcontroller access external program memory, when this pin get activated, that memory get assigned to 8051 microcontroller when this pin get activated. So these are the pin description of 8051 microcontroller. Block diagram. Let us discuss the block diagram of microcontroller. Microcontroller consists of CPU, central processing unit, and to work central processing unit, it needs a crystal frequency, and using this block the machine cycle get generated by connecting external crystal and oscillator circuitry to CPU. CPU consists of system bus. System bus means address bus and data bus. Address bus unidirectional, data bus bidirectional, and CPU access the internal peripherals. The bus controls are there to control the system bus. The bus control having external access control signal, reset, ALE, address latch enable, PSEN, program stored enable. So these are the bus control signal pins. This bus control signal control the input output port. So as we know that there are 4 port 0, port 2 used for address bus A15, A0 to A15, and data bus D0 to D7. So this is the address of data. Port 1 is also input output port. Port 3 input output multifunction port. There is serial port for serial data communication, bit by bit data communication. TXD, that is transmit data serially and receive data serially. These pins are used. So microcontroller transmit the data by using this pin and receive the data by using these RxD pins. Microcontroller having on-chip memory, random access memory 128 bytes, and read-only memory 4K bytes. Timer 0, timer 1 are the two timers. They are having the T0, T1 pins. This is a timer and counters. 16-bit timer 0, 16-bit timer 1. Other registers, special function register, there are 21 special function register, and these are the blocks of that. Interrupt control. Microcontroller having the external interrupt INT0 and INT1, timer interrupt timer 0 and timer 1, and there is serial interrupt. When this get activated, microcontroller CPU get interrupted, stop the execution and attend that interrupt. So these are the interrupts related with a central processing unit of microcontroller. So this is the block diagram of microcontroller. Many times question asked on this topic. Draw the block diagram of 8051 and explain each block in detail. Let us discuss internal architecture of 8051 microcontroller. Internal architecture consists of CPU, central processing unit, and consists of arithmetic logic unit, the A register, B register. This supply the operand to ALU. ALU perform the operation and generate the result. This flag get updated according to the result. So this is nothing but the central processing unit of 8051 microcontroller. There is a port 0 attached with latch, port 1 attached with another latch, IO ports, port 2 attached with latch, IO port, input output port, port 3 also attached with latch. So these are the various controls related with port 3: interrupt, counter, serial, data, read, write. This port attached to the CPU, arithmetic logic unit. So using this internal bus, there are two registers, that is program counter register, which always point address of next instruction when microcontroller executing the program. So this is a program counter register, data pointer register, DPTR, lower byte and higher byte. So 16-bit address generated by using this PC. Program counter register. It consists of special function register, random access memory and read-only memory. 128-byte RAM and 4K read-only memory. Special function register like interrupt enable, interrupt priority register, program control register, serial buffer, serial control register, timer control, timer mode select register, and timer 0 and timer lower byte and higher byte. So these are the special function registers. This memory attached with the 4 bank, register bank 0, register bank 1, register bank 2, register bank 3 and bit addressable register here. That is the special function RAM structure is there, internal RAM structure. This timing, system timing and system interrupt signals are shown over here. So this is internally connected. The first signal, as we know, external access, ALE, address latch enable, PSEN, program stored enable, and crystal connected XTL1 and XTL2. Decide the speed, reset, VCC and ground. So these are the internal architecture of 8051 microcontroller, and these are the blocks. Now let us see the various registers related with microcontroller 8051. Register A, our accumulator register. This register is a 8-bit register, and this register get reset its value to 00 when reset pin is activated. It is a 8-bit register, always hold the 8-bit value and always hold the result when microcontroller executes the instruction in a arithmetic logic unit. So these are the functions of your register A. All result obtained in arithmetic operation performed by ALU are stored in accumulator register A register. Data to be moved from one register to another register, this accumulator is used. So this is the very important register while the instruction or program execution. B register is another register which is also 8-bit register, bit 0 to bit 7, and when this value get resetted, when reset pin is activated, it is 8-bit register, hold 8-bit value. B register only used by two 8051 instructions, that is multiplication and division, and can perform only upon number of stored in accumulator of B register. The value stored in A accumulator of B register. All other instruction in program can be used this register as a spare of accumulator. Means when the accumulator not available, we can use this register as a spare of accumulator register. Program status word register. The program status word register PSW is a 8-bit register which is also called as flag register. This flag register update when ALU perform the operations. Although the PSW register is 8-bit, but only 6 bits we use in 8051. The 2 unused bits and user definable flags. The 4 conditional flags, carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, parity flag and overflow flag, and 2 bits PSW3 and PSW3 are used for register bank select, that is RS0, RS1 as a register bank select bits. This is a flag format of PSW register. In exam question always ask on this topic, draw the format of PSW register and explain each flag in detail how they are set and reset. So PSW0 parity, PSW1 unused, PSW2 overflow, PSW3 RS0, RS1, PSW.4, PSW5 that is F0, PSW 6 auxiliary carry, and PSW 7 carry flag. So carry flag, auxiliary carry flag F0 available to user general purpose. RS1, RS2 register bank select bit 1, bit 0 overflow, and user undefinable flag bit. P parity flag. So register bank selected by using RS0 and RS1 when both are 0 0, register bank 0 selected whose address 00H to 07H. 01 register bank 1 selected, 08 to 0FH is the address of that register bank. 10 register bank 2 address 10 to 17. 11 register bank 3 that is address 18 to 1F. So this is the flags. Let us see how the carry flag will be set. When the carry generated from D7 bit in arithmetic operation, this flag gets set. This is also set by using the software instruction set bit carry flag and clear carry flag. When this instruction executed, carry flag will be 1, and when this instruction executed, the carry flag becomes 0. Auxiliary carry flag. When the carry generated D3 to D4 in addition or subtraction operation, this bit will be set, otherwise it is reset. This flag is used by the instruction that performing BCD, binary coded decimal arithmetics. Parity flag. When the parity flag set when the accumulator register updated. If the accumulator contains odd number of ones, then parity flag will be 1, and if even number of ones, then parity flag will be reset. Overflow flag. This flag is set whenever the result of unsigned number operation to large, causing the high order bit to the lower order into signed bits. So at that time this flag will be set to 1. The overflow flag is only used to detect the error in sign arithmetic operations. So let us discuss the programming execution and how this program status word register flag bit set and reset. So these are the instructions: move A, FF, move B, 01H. So when these two instructions get executed with content of accumulator and content of B added, this is the add instruction. How this flag will be? This is executed in ALU, and after ALU result, this flag get updated. So let us see. The FF means all ones are here, and 0 0 0 here 1. So this data will be added like this. 1 plus 1, that is carry is 1 and sum is 0. Sum 0, carry 1. So here carry we take. Then other bits are 1. This is 0. So 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1, that gives us sum 0, carry 1. Again this 2 bit get added, sum 0, carry will be 1. Again this bit get added, then sum will be 0, carry generated. So when the carry generated from D3 to D4, then this auxiliary carry flag will be set. So like this, the carry generated here, auxiliary carry flag gets set. Okay, then the next one is this 0 0, again carry will be 1, sum will be 0. So like this, again carry will be 1, sum will be 0, sum 0, carry 1. When the carry generated from D7, so this 1 plus 1 means sum will be 0 and carry generated here. When carry generated, automatically this carry flag will be set to 1. So this is the result in accumulator. Try to remember. So this will be accumulator content 0 0. The flag, that is parity flag, will be resetted because number of ones are even. No one is here, so this is even, that is 0, resetted. Overflow flag set because the result is 8 bit but generate the carry, so this overflow flag will be set to. In this way this flag get updated according to the ALU performing the operation, like move, addition operation, add a comma b. Addition of what? F means this is 4 1, another F, this 4 1, 0 means 4 zeros, and this 1 means 0 0 0 1. This is added and this result generated and this flag get updated. This is the block diagram which shows how the external address generated. So this is ALE. When ALE is equal to 1, then A0 to A7 and A8 to A15. So this generate the 16-bit address. And when ALE is equal to 0, then this AD0 to AD7, that will be generate D0 to D7 data bus. So here ALE is equal to 0, AD0 to AD7. So these bits work like this, D0 to D7 data bus. And when ALE is equal to 1, then AD0 to AD7, this bit work as A0 to A7. So this is a crystal connected to these pins. Then this decide the speed of external access, and this decide the microcontroller speed. So this is a reset button. When you press this button, microcontroller gives the address here 00H. So these are the block diagram. Let us stop here. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions regarding with my video lecture, please contact on my mail ID sampademse57@gmail.com. My WhatsApp number is 9860389302. Thank you.